New Brew Thursday! Woo! And we got two special things going on today. Tasty beer and a special guest.
And a tasty special guest at that.
Oh. This is Sean.
Hello.
Yeah, and Sean, what is your Twitter handle anyway? How do you actually say it?
It's just Wagnus83.
Oh, what does that mean?
It was a friend in college that we just started saying that name, and it was kind of a college nickname.
I had the same thing where I had, like, before I started using my current one, I had some random Twitter thing. People were like, what does that mean? I'm like, nothing, really.
Yeah, it's really not anything. It's just kind of a funny, funny word.
It's a word to use.
Why I used my name. What does that mean? You're an idiot. That's what that means.
Wow. So anyway, we're doing Bottleworks 13th anniversary, which is very near and dear to our hearts. We're big, huge fans of Bottleworks up in Seattle. The Matts are good friends of ours and have treated us very well over the years.
Matt Bonney and Matt Vandenberg.
Yes. And this year they did their anniversary ale with one of our favorite breweries, Stone. And so how do you go wrong with that?
Which makes sense. I mean, an epic brewery with two epic dudes. Like, they've had beers done by Russian River.
Yeah.
I mean,
the brewery.
Special one-offs, like sours.
Yeah, the entire Imagination Ale line, if you've ever, I'm sure you've heard of that before, is all done for Brower's Cafe.
Yep.
And that's the, Bottleworks is their bottle shop, Brower's Cafe is the cafe, but they're all owned by the same guy. And
I'm just saying,
that's epic. Like,
they've worked with like a lot of great breweries.
Last year, their anniversary beer was done by the brewery and was phenomenal. That was one of those beers I bought a bottle of and was like, oh, I wish I'd bought 18 more bottles of this.
Yeah. What was cool about that too is the bottles. The bottles were really limited, but we live so close to the brewery, it was like on tap all the time.
Right. Yeah. So we got quite a bit of it.
It was just like, dude, I'm so glad I live near the brewery.
Screw you guys! I don't think I ever got to try it.
Really?
I'm trying to think. No, I don't think I have.
How sad for you.
Yeah, I know.
This beer is kind of notable because it's the 13th anniversary, and to make it, they used 13. Oh, that's thick.
That looks.
That looks like that's. That looks like molasses coming out of there. They used 13 grains, 13 hops, and it's 11.5%, I think.
Yeah, I think they were shooting for 13.
But it just didn't quite get there.
But, and it's a strong ale, I believe. So
yeah, I was wondering, like, what style this is supposed to be exactly. It looks kind of stouty, but it also looks very browny.
It's kind of somewhere in the middle there.
Amongst the grain, they did use oats. So,
oats and hoes.
I think you're probably going to get a lot of that body from the oats. Other than that, it's a two-row. I'm gonna name every ingredient in this beer.
Well, can we cheers first so we can?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, good call.
Cheers. Cheers.
I thought there was another 13 involved in this. Not just the alcohol. It was 13 grains, 13 hops, and there was another 13. This is the Imagination series.
It's the 13th anniversary.
See?
Yes.
Anyway, here we go. Pale two-row, obviously. White wheat, aromatic Weyermann, chocolate rye, light Munich, brown crisp light crystal. That sounds like Crystal Light. Crisp amber, Kira Munich, Baird's chocolate malt, lightly peated malt, Simpson's dark crystal, and oats. The hops are Bravo, Target, Columbus, Cascade, Delta, Warrior, Magnum, Apollo, Calypso, Pearl, Galena, Chinook, and Mount Hood.
I think I would have been more impressed if John could have done that without the bottle.
Well,
I don't think the brewers could do that without the bottle.
Wow. What would be interesting to hear is, like, how the hell did you construct this recipe? Like, you have to know these ingredients pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. You also have to.
You're kind of our hop expert here. Like, how do you feel like those hops are going to play together?
Well,
a lot of them are kind of the same. They're like different named, but they're kind of like offshoots of others.
Yeah, well, but they're all going to be different for sure. They're all going to have a fair amount of dissimilarity, but it gets some hop on the nose, but not. It's not like IPA hoppy or anything like that.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It's really weird though, because I wouldn't. I'd almost go Belgian strong ale on this. Flavor profile wise, not. I don't know what the style, like the actual style, is supposed to be. But it's
a strong ale.
Like the strong, American strong ales generally seem a little bit more like lot of residual sweetness, a little more stickiness.
Yeah, a little bit oversweet.
Yeah, and this one is very dry for what it is.
How dry it is, yeah.
Yeah, and with the hop character, it kind of brings it up just a little bit more, so it doesn't have that overly sweet. It's a lot more balanced. So
yeah, it's definitely got some punchiness to the bitterness for sure. But I think I would put this more on like a massive like brown ale or stout kind of thing is like what I'm getting out of it.
See, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, and all of you guys are going to look at me like I'm on high, I'm on cracker and whatever. But this is what I'm tasting right now is like a smoky version of Chimay Blue.
You're crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, and I know that that's not what it is, but it's just like for some reason that's what's stuck in my head right now is like a smoky version of Chimay Blue.
Some chocolate.
I'm getting a lot of chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not very bitter at all. I mean, I was expecting something really harsh.
It's extremely well balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's extremely drinkable.
Yeah,
For 11% and like tasty.
It's really silky. I mean, the body is it's a coating on the palate, but then it's like velvety.
Yeah. Velvet. And I think the hops are adding more to the taste than anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
there's none of its aromatic hops. It doesn't even seem like a lot of them are bittering hops.
I don't know what I get on the nose.
More flavor hops.
It's kind of weird.
I get a little bit of smoke. I get almost like spicy character, like a
smoky and spicy, like a smoky Chimay Blue.
Still wrong.
Sorry. I know that's not what it is. I honestly do. I know that that's just absolutely insane for me to say, but that is for some reason what's stuck in my head right now. But no, I know it's smoky and spicy. Continue.
That's nice. Yeah, but no, it's like smoky. I can't even talk after that. After that whole spiel, it's smoky. It's a little spicy. Like I almost get like a cinnamony kind of thing.
Cinnamon. Huh?
I don't get any cinnamon off of it, but I could just be
There's
contrarian
something
right
in
now.
there. Maybe it's I'm getting the hop aroma. I don't know what it is. It's like a weird. It's not weird in a bad way. It's weird in a
Weird way.
I've never smelled this kind of way in a beer kind of thing, And maybe it's just a combination of hops.
Yeah, I mean, I like how it does have a little bit of smokiness, but it has it's got peat smoke, but then it's also got like that roasted grain smoke too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's got a lot of complexity to it. That's for sure. I mean, you put your nose in it, you get something different every time.
It's definitely something that you could lay down for a long time. I think.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because like I said, I was under the impression it was going to be some kind of IPA-ish. I
didn't know what to expect with it. Yeah, because I don't think I'd ever been told what the style was going to be. But I think on that note, we're going to send you off to Master Pairings, and we're going to do some more bickering to figure out what it is exactly that we're tasting. And I'm going to tickle him. So.
Hey everyone, welcome to another Master Pairings with me, your host, Bill Sysak. I have Stephen Johnson, frequent guest on the show from New Brew Thursday. And I hear Sammy pitter-pattering around. I guess he knows food's around. So he's also a frequent guest. Today we're going to do a great Italian-American dish, the classic calzone. And the calzone has a nice marinara sauce over it. It's delicious. I haven't told Stephen what's inside yet, so we'll cut it open in a minute.
It's oysters, isn't it?
Yes. Hopefully for you, it's not oysters and Brussels sprouts.
I like the Brussels sprouts.
Yes, you did.
And that's the last time we're ever allowed to speak of the oysters, ever.
Fair enough. Anyways, today Italian food, red sauces, a lot of great things. I've always preached that amber ales work really well. Amber lagers work really well. They handle the acid of the tomato base. But this is a really nice rustic dish, and with it I decided to go Germany. Okay. And today we have Aktienbrauerei, and it's their St. Martin Dunkler Bock. Dunkel means dark. Bock, of course, means strong. It's a 6.6% lager.
I am a huge Calzone fan and a huge Dunkler Bock fan.
Steven's doing the classic not tip your glass pour, which is made famous by certain American breweries, i.e. Budweiser, Miller, things like that.
Or,
should always tip it 45 degrees,
like
straighten it out last quarter, and let it pour down, and it's lovely. So
Oh, you know what? My head looks better than yours.
cheers, my friend. It's okay. Really classic, has that nice sweetness in the mid palate. Caramel. That's what German Dunkels are primarily. They always have that really nice, slight roasted grains, but they have that caramel toffee notes that come into play really well.
It kind of flows over the mid part of your tongue.
Noble hops, so they take a background for sure on these kind of beers and do it. So let's
dive in.
Let me crack one of these bad
Notice
boys
that you
open.
don't have any forks.
No, this is finger food, my friend.
I think the Olive Garden would disagree
Nice
with you.
crunch. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the Olive Garden. So pick it up and eat it like a pizza, sir.
All right.
It's a stuffed pizza. That's what it is. Delish, right?
Yes, very
Italian sausage. I forgot my napkins. Voila. There we go. We're safe. Italian sausage, a little mozzarella, delicious little garlic. Has some thyme, margarine. It's delicious. So
That's
try it with this.
fantastic.
Once again, it's going to subdue those caramel notes.
Yeah, it brings up a lot of the spice from the Italian sausage and some of the red sauce.
But what it does, definitely, you're absolutely right. It definitely subdues the sweetness. So if you're not a fan of necessarily German Dunkels because of that sweetness, if you're pairing it with food, it's almost always going to be lessened, first of all.
Right.
And then it's a great vehicle for accentuating the different characteristics in the food if it's not overly spicy, for sure. Remember, sweetness, though, can diminish heat. So if you're not a person who likes to accentuate it with a bitter beer, you can definitely decrease the spiciness of certain foods with a sweeter beer, and this is a great example for that also. If you go something like a white pizza, then you can go a little more subtler. Pale ale, of course, is a great universal choice, but you can even get into something nice like a Kolsch, or if you have a lot, like if you do a white pizza and extra cheese,
Right.
you can do it like a Belgian triple or golden ale.
Okay.
Works really well, cuts right through it.
Because pizza,
I don't consider-
pizza's like, if we're like, oh, we're pairing calzones,
Right.
that can be a lot of things.
Yeah,
you
but
know? So,
these
yeah.
are pretty classic. If you were going to do, say, a Hawaiian pizza, you would want, even though the ham or speck or what they're using will match really well with things like pepperoni and sausage, you're going to want something that's going to handle that acid a little bit more. You can definitely do a Hefeweizen, but I recommend something more in the Pilsner style. Okay?
Right on.
So there's a lot of great variations you can do. It just depends. But getting that classic pizza for the game, great beer to have, Dunkel.
Well, yeah,
amber lager.
this is a great it's a big beer for trying to be a session beer, but I mean,
Yeah, it's 6.5%.
yeah, you can drink quite
I
a
want
few
to
of
keep
these
eating.
during the
Sorry,
game.
guys, it's good. Stone, their Levitation Ale, which is a light session beer, is a great pizza beer because it's amber and hops.
Right.
But as you go up in the scale of all the classic American amber ales, things like Boont Amber and Red Seal, stuff like that.
Alaskan Amber.
Yeah, Alaskan Amber. Those will all work really well too with
Right
this.
on.
So you've got a wide range with this, and it's fun to experiment.
Yeah.
What I recommend next time you get your favorite pizza, go get a 6-pack of different amber beers, amber ale, amber lager, some Dunkels, even a Bock beer, and get them. And just a mixed 6-pack. Try each beer with a different slice and see which one you like. It's great because some you'll prefer better, and it depends on the seasoning, like you said, on the pizzas.
Right.
But it's a great, fun experience for you to do your own master pairings at home. So once again, thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you guys for watching, and have a
Cheers.
great day. Cheers, everyone.
So we're back from Master Pairings. Hello. And before we get back into the show, I'm going to take a moment to whore myself out and ask
As opposed to win.
That's not nice. It may be true, but that's not nice. Sorry. No, we did finally get the shirts. They are going to be shipping out to all of you who have already bought one. Thank you. To those of you who want one and haven't bought one for some reason, you should probably do that quick because I'm pretty much shipping out most of what we've purchased. So
Yeah, I think we're going to basically put them up for sale, and when certain sizes dwindle.
yeah, when we lose a size, we'll reorder it. So I mean, we've got a pretty
So
good deal going.
they
with
might
it
be
now.
sold out for a little while. Just we can't order mass quantities of shirts.
Right, but I mean, we do have them in stock. They are going quickly. Order one, mbT.com/store. Actually, newbrewthursday.com.
newbrewthursday.com.
I've always wanted to get MBT.com.
That would be rad.
Yeah.
it's taken.
And I've always wanted the MBT Twitter handle.
Oh, geez.
But somebody's just parked on it and they don't even use it, those
Yeah, because
bastards.
NBT also stands for like next big thing.
Right.
So I'm almost positive NBT.com is taken.
Yeah, no, it was taken.
If it hasn't been taken, it might have been now.
Yeah, exactly. Now that we
No,
mentioned
I
it, someone's
believe
gonna
me,
be like,
I've checked on that a lot of times. So, but anyway, so we did that. This is also going to be our last studio show for a couple of weeks,
We're going
probably
to
3 or 4 weeks.
CBC.
Going to this craft brewers conference this next week, and we're going to be shooting a show with the craft beer newlyweds, the beer wench Ashley Routston, and Brew. Is it Brew Republic?
Brew Public.
It's Brew Public, yeah. Angelo from Portland. We're gonna get them on the show, and
that dude.
he's really cool. If you picture Ashley, and then turn her
As a
in-
dude?
No, and then the mirror universe version of her. That's him.
Like in Bizarro World?
Yeah, as outgoing and crazy and wild as she is, he's really reserved. And actually, you two will get along great because you can just sit and broodingly stare at each other. It'll be awesome.
Like I just sit around and broodingly stare at people. I don't do that.
Anyway, so we'll be filming with them.
There he's brooding.
No, stop brooding or pouting in this case.
Well, I'm not staring at it anymore. I'm staring at the table.
We're also going to be shooting an episode with the Hopcast because every time we can get a chance to be with the Hopcast, we like to be with the Hopcast.
I don't know if we've ever...
Be with you.
Have we ever done like a show with them on our show?
No, we've done 2 episodes with them, but I don't think we've ever actually. Yeah, that is weird.
I don't think.
But now we will. They're going to be on New Brew Thursday. So, and then we're also going to be doing an actual CBC show with Greg Cook and from Stone Brewing Company and Michael Hess from the Hess Brewing Company, and not Michael Hess. It's something else.
His name escapes him.
Yes, his name is Michael, and he's from Hess Brewing.
And here's the name right here.
So it's going to kind of be CBC from the perspective of the largest brewer in San Diego and one of the smaller brewers in San Diego. So
Yeah, and we're gonna ask Greg what's up with that fucking beard. Like, Jesus Christ.
yeah, he's kind of become Grizzly Greg.
He's become like the mountain man.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's cut his hair or anything.
I think it's because
You know what?
it's because they bought that farm, and I think he's just living on the farm now. He just
like-
sleeps under the stars.
Maybe he's just in a good place in his life and he doesn't feel like he has to impress
Is he going
anyone.
through a hippie phase?
Yeah, exactly.
Or like-
it's instead of buying a fancy car or anything, he's growing his hair out and just letting it go.
He's like
man.
taking the bus everywhere and
He
taking
buy
the train and
a fancy car. He has a Chevy Volt.
He plugs his car in. I don't know why we're still talking about this.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyway, this beer is fantastic. Congratulations to Bottleworks for their 13th anniversary.
If you're ever in Seattle, check out Bottleworks. They have a lot of great beer. They pull stuff out of the cellar and randomly. I think I saw on Stone 02 Vertical Epic, the first one they put out.
Yeah.
But it was, I think they were selling it for like $75 or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's still about $700 cheaper than you can buy it on eBay.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah.
so somebody will buy for that price.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
Be very
Actually,
happy.
it's funny because the one time I went to Bottleworks, I kind of freaked out, drooling, looking at all the shelves. And I think I bought, this was like 3 years ago, I bought a Rogue Old Crustacean from 1998.
Yeah, it's
really
crazy,
fun,
and they have like five or six taps in the back of the bottle shop that you can get beer at.
Yeah, and you can sit there and drink beer while you're...
And I think you can open the bottles you buy too. So
Yeah, it's like a little bar.
yeah, it's a really cool place, and Browers is like one of the most decadent places you'll ever go in your life.
And they have a new place called Burgundian.
the Burgundian,
So,
formerly the
that's-
Publican.
That's like a
but-
mini version of Browers with a lot of canned beer, too.
and some of the best freaking eggs Benedict I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, they got some
I was like,
tasty-
oh my god,
some
it
tasty
was so
stuff there,
amazing.
yeah.
I want Eggs Benedict.
Yeah.
I love Eggs Benedict.
Should have come with us, but you didn't.
So yeah, if you're ever in
Yeah, me and
Seattle,
my having to make money.
check it out. Yeah.
And also, cheers to Stone for doing what you do best, which is make beer. So, and cheers to you. And until next week, stay safe and drink beer.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ring ding a ling, ring ding a ling, ring ding a ling.